Everyone in between, welcome back to the OGA, Dota, Pit, NA, and SA region tournament. My name is Nomad, and joining me is 1437, aka Mr. Theban himself, and we are here to guide you through the day and what may be the very last game of the day here, if Quincy Crew can pull it off. It is Quincy Crew versus the four Zoomers, and they're battling it out in this best of three where Quincy Crew are one game up. Zuma's backs against the wall. Now, this is an elimination game. Everything on the line for this tournament. If they want their share of that prize pool and the glory of being one of the best teams in the NA Dota region, then they need to bring this one home. But Quincy Crew, they're not messing around. They are full business right now. First thing, I am expecting a Mirana ban from 4 Zoomers. What are you expecting, Thebes?
Mirana, yeah, I can see that. He had a lot of impact, especially that arrow onto Sammy Boy.
Dude, they're 10-0 with that hero over the past 3 months.
That's true. Quincy Crew ban out the Spectre. Okay, so Quincy Crew have first pick, 4 Zoomers have second pick this game. They're going to ban out the Spectre. They fully expect 4 Zoomers. They feel like it's a lot more difficult to deal with Spectre from second pick than it is from first pick. And I think Quincy Crew also believes Spectre to be the strongest carry if Terrorblade's not in the pool. I think if Terrorblade's in the pool, they're going to pick Terrorblade. But
I think that's likely.
I imagine somebody's going to take this TBR. 4 Zoomers banned the Wyvern instead of the Mirana. Now, the Wyvern definitely had a lot to do with the loss in the last game. Mirana obviously had the nice arrows, but the Wyvern got them through the early mid game, and it was very difficult for 4 Zoomers to position in the team fights because of this big curse and the lane shove that the Wyvern was able to provide. A lot of SVG's heroes don't actually have lane shove if he's not playing the Winter Wyvern, right? So it's a pretty good ban, I would say.
True. You can still Shadow Demon though, but yeah, it's not exactly the best shove.
Mm-hmm. It's a very intense game. This is a very, very, very intense game. I don't know. I actually do want to see a game 3. I think it's so hyped to watch both of these teams play. You thought in the early game, Quincy Crew, they were gonna roll this game before Zoomers. They always find a way to try and take team fights. It's just that maybe their lineup was just a little bit too difficult for themselves to execute. And there it is, a first pick Mirana. As you said it,
you don't
MSS. Are they gonna go 11-0? Are they gonna go 11-0 with this?
And you don't want to pick Clinks into this, I feel. With his Helm of the Dominator build, you're obviously very vulnerable if you got caught out by the arrow. You can get your creep taken away. So Zima's going to go for the Bounty Hunter. It's a hero they experimented with the other day to varying degrees of success. Can't remember if they took that game or not. I don't think they did. I can't remember.
They did. They did. They won the game. He bought a Desolator.
Oh yeah, and then got a rapier. Yeah, okay. We don't talk about that game.
I don't know why he bought it. I don't know why he bought a Desolator, man. I hope he doesn't do that again. Sometimes Ocean's a good player, but sometimes he's doing some really wonky stuff in the games, and I'm not entirely sure what his thought process is in those situations. But other than that, he's a really, really good. He's definitely a really, really good player. But yeah, here he goes for the Bounty Hunter. Quincy Crew, they got to pick a support that can try and deal with this bounty. This Bounty Hunter itself, it's going to apply a lot of pressure in the game because an Invis hero. So SVG, he's thinking about what hero he can pick for himself that can deal with this. Ogre Magi, position 5 is good. Bane is good. Maybe a Clockwork could be good too if he wants to play that. But apart from those, there isn't a lot of heroes that are very strong to fight up against Bounty, but at the same time not be hurt too much about the mass sentries. Oh, there you have it. He's going to go with the position 5 Clockwork in this game for SVG. This means that Yawar is most likely going to play a Troll Warlord in this game. I'm sure 4 Zoomers already know that, and they'll probably consider banning it.
Yeah, I would imagine so. It seems accurate. Get that hero out of the mix. Yeah, I mean, they could take it for themselves, but I don't think you want to pick Troll, particularly into Mirana. It's just free arrows, basically. Clockwork as well is going to control you up really well. So, yeah, it just definitely doesn't seem like a good Troll game for Zoomers.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any kind of signature hero you're hoping for? Oh, they are going to go for the Clinks. Okay, they still believe in it.
So no TB here.
Sticking to his guns.
So this is why like second pick is so valuable right now in this current patch. Is because second pick, you get to pick a hero and then you get to ban like 3 counters right away, right? It's just ridiculously strong to get second pick. Like most of these teams are always valuing that in the games, and here they get the Clinks. They can just straight up ban 3 heroes that they feel like Clinks is weak against. Last game, sorry, not about last game, but this game, I think Troll Warlord is still an okay pick though for Quincy crew. They have to pick a strong carry because Clockwork is not a hero who can pair up with a weak carry in the safe lane. No. So they need to make sure they do pick a strong carry here. I wonder what they're gonna pick if it's not Troll, because I imagine Troll's good against Clinks too. Because if he ever shows up and he just pop the ulti, it's gonna be good.
You get the chain lockdown and Clinks can't do anything. He just has to die.
Exactly. And they're gonna ban out the Terrorblade here. They did ban it in game 1. That's what I was gonna think about or say earlier. So they do get rid of that. And we saw Sammy Boy play Terrorblade against Clinks. It was not a fun situation for the Clinks.
It wasn't a fun experience, no.
Yeah.
Pretty wild game, that one, though. Sanking going to get banned out by the side of Quincy crew. And moving on. I mean, they've got double invis on the side of 4 Zoomers as well, which is kind of funny. Maybe you want to think of like a Slardar or something for Quincy crew. Could be a good idea.
But it's really bad laning, though, for the Slardar against the Clinks.
True enough. It's
pretty
gonna hurt
a lot. Right. The Sanking, good ban from Quincy, just this super annoying stun hero. That's what they need on 4 Zoomers. They need this very simple, easy stun guy, right? They just need someone to go in, stun something, Clinks can just kill them, right? Like, they don't need anything fancy happening on the side of 4 Zoomers. Like, this Clinks, we already saw his potential. Like, he can
when he gets into hit stuff, he destroys stuff.
Right, exactly.
And his positioning fights is great. Pair him with an axe, pair him with a Sand King, pair him with like a Mars or something, and you're going to have great things coming out of this hero. Pair him with a Viper, not so much. It's pretty tricky. He doesn't really set up for the Clinks or anything like that, so didn't really get much done, unfortunately.
If 4 Zoomers can start to snowball, though, in this game, it's going to snowball really hard because you got the Bounty Hunter too, right? So that's going to amplify Clinks' item timings and things like that. The Clockwork pick, like, now it's having multi-purpose because it's really good against Clinks too. You can just hookshot him, cog him, he can't get out. And he's going to get arrowed by a Mirana. So this position 5 clock at the moment has extremely high value unless he feeds in the lane. I hope he doesn't. Then I'm gonna like I'm gonna look really dumb. Say that clock is gonna have high impact.
Oh, you've already covered yourself with unless he feeds in the lane, so it's all good. It's all good.
Great.
The Illusion hero is banned out from Zoomers. They seem to know what this Clinks isn't going to like playing into, and that is going to be those Illusion carries. So all of them thrown out the window, the TB, the PL, and the Naga Siren. But there is still one left. There is still the Chaos Knight.
Oh, okay. I was like thinking, I was starting to panic. I'm like, wait, what is Nomad talking about? Who's this hero that he's talking about? You know? Yeah, Chaos Knight, sure, man.
There you go. There's a nice, simple blink stun hero for the Clinks to play with.
That's good. I like that. But you know what, Nomad? Chaos Knight is a hard counter to Clinks. That is true, though.
He is. Yeah, he's
very,
smash
very
him.
True.
He'll smash the little bugger.
That's very, very true. In the past, that has been a very popular pick against Clinkers.
I mean, these were the guys who were willing to play a Lifestealer earlier on today. That hero's not been popular, so it could happen. That's all I'm saying. It could happen.
Yeah, what team were they playing against? Where they picked Lifestealer?
Midas Club?
Yeah. That might have been it.
Why they felt liberated enough to pick a not so popular hero.
Lifestealer's winner.
Really running down the clock here, though. They're feeling like this is, the turning point of their draft. They're going to start getting some cores in here. What are they going to go for? What's going to counter this Clinks the best? And they will go with Mars. Great hero into
value Mars pick. Not only Centaur, also the Clinks, right? We saw in game 1 when they picked the Clinks, they actually banned out the Mars instantly. Yeah. So in this game, this Mars is going to have a lot of value. So we talk about Centaur, it's because if someone's in the arena, Centaur can't stampede you out. And if Centaur tries to defend the tower, then the Mars can just come there, ulti, spear him to the arena, and then just take him down. So pretty good. No, but in the laning though, Clinks can, do a lot of damage to the Mars and make him fall really far behind. If that happens, then Mars is not as tanky as you would like him to be.
Yeah, it kind of feels like that needs to happen in this game, because this can be a really high impact Mars if he's given the freedom.
Yeah. It's a good combo though. Mars Spear into Marana Arrow. There's a lot of lockdown available on Quincy Crew.
Yeah, there definitely is. They have the ability to bring down those Clinks if they get on top of him. Now the Venge comes out. There we go. We have some save. Okay, I was thinking they're going to go for the Shadow Demon, but the Venge also serves the same purpose and gives them a little bit of extra minus armor as well for the Clinks to play with, and of course the damage amplification with the extra agi. So
good.
Nice stuff coming out for the Venge.
Also the swap for the Clinks. Now they have a save against the Mars, which is going to be the best thing in this game. I love this Venge pick. It's actually amazing. Extra range, damage, save, especially for the Clinks. Now if the Clockwork goes on the Clinks, Venge can just swap them out. And even if the Venge dies, you get that illusion, right? Which is still going to provide the agility or the stats, whatever, to your heroes and attack range for the Clinks still. So it's actually a very clutch pick here. And it's getting easier for them to play. They got another very simple stun available on the side of the Venge. And now Quinn, oh boy. This is a Quinn Kunkka. Dude, every time I see Quinn Kunkka, I'm just shaking in my boots, man. This hero,
this guy wrecks.
Yeah, it's just so annoying to play against someone like Quinn when they have like a Kunkka, and they're always going to be rotating to the side lanes and TPing in or whatever when they get the boat buff. Or so when they get the boat up. I wonder what
great into Clinks as well. You can get the X marks off on Tim and then chug in the magic damage. Nothing to cancel that this game. So yeah, the Clinks are not going to be happy with that.
So the swap has to come out after the X mark triggers. You have to be very careful of that. You cannot swap when somebody's X'd up. That's for sure. Then both of you are going to be in a very bad position. And Quincy Crew banning the Timber because of the Kunkka middle, right? And they already have the Mars as well.
Yeah, it's going to cause some difficulties.
Yeah. And they also get the last pick on the side of 4 Zoomers here. See, it's ridiculous. Like, second pick is just so ridiculous.
Second pick is really good, yeah.
Like,
it's very, very
first
good.
phase, you get to pick this hero where you get to ban out 3 right after. And then you get the absolute last pick as well to counter your entire opponent and their mid laner. It's just absolutely insane. The teams who get second pick right now, they should definitely think about adjusting that in some ways.
Yeah, they should. They really should. Like it's very, very strong. The ability to just guard your second pick and then in the first phase, and then you get last pick overall. I think it definitely puts you in a good position. But in this draft, I do think it's quite even right now. I think they have a lot of counters for the Clinks, but at the same time, they have the Venge to save the Clinks, and they have a couple of heroes with in the Bounty and the Centaur, which are going to work really well with the Clinks. So it's all about Clinks this game. That's all we're looking on right now. But of course, Quincy Crew will be taking a carry hero next. And that is going to kind of what their draft's going to be centered around. So what are they going to go for? The Void's going to be banned out. That'll be a very good pick this game, so no big surprise. Needs to be something which lanes well into the Centaur and the Bounty and won't just get annihilated by the Clinks when he sees him.
Give Yawar his troll, man. This is his hero. This is his bread and butter, This is what he's all about. Just give him that troll. Let him go to town. He'll show you what's up.
Maybe.
But the last time they picked troll, though, they did lose. It was against Beast Coast. So maybe they're thinking...
Well, it gets banned out anyway.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I mean, 4 Zoomers have played, 8 games against these guys, and they know what's up. Yawar is always playing and what they're thinking about, especially with the clock.
Ursa hasn't been popular, but I can see it work in this game.
No. Okay, Morphling. Oh. Ooh. That's a liability carry. Oh.
You have not been enjoying the Morphling today, have you?
No, I mean, we've watched a lot of Morphling games recently, right? And it's not a high win rate hero anymore. It's just too much liability. Like, who's going to help this Morphling? The Clockwork is his lane, right? But I don't know, man. This is Clock is not even a super good support to help out the Morph. But the reason why they picked the Morph is because he's actually ranged. or he's kind of a ranged hero, right? So when you pick a clock position 5, you need something like Troll, you know, a range carry. I guess Morph here is the range carry.
Yeah, Morph is going to be the guy. I mean, you can go shotgun as well, which is going to be some good damage for the Clinks. You know, not the same Clinks as he used to be, obviously. He's quite tanky now.
He's got 4k HP.
Yeah, so it's not going to be enough to blow him up, and so they're going to take the Gunner Ember as their final pickup.
Oof. Yeah, and we know that, especially from Quinn, when he saw Kunkka, he just instantly picked Ember, right? So these guys do believe that Ember is a very nice hero to lane up against a Kunkka, won't get punished too much. Ember, I don't think he cares about Mars. He doesn't care about Mirana either, or the clock for that matter. So this is a really nice Ember game, and I think he's probably going to go for the Vessel against the Morphling too. So you got Bounty Ember, right, who are really good at fighting. Then you get the Klink's Venge, who's a strong combo. I feel like 4Zoomers lineup this game is so like, must be 10 times easier, right, to play than what they had game 1.
It's fantastic, yeah. It makes a lot of sense. It looks good. They got mobility. They've got catch now with the Ember Spirit, which is along with the Centaur's Blink, is going to be pretty huge.
Yeah,
I am worried. I think this Bounty Hunter's the X factor. He can either make this lineup go really well by getting the tracks, by getting the kills, or he's just going to chain feed, which I do worry about. I mean, I guess you can say the same thing about Clockwork. Now, it's going to be SVG actually playing the Mirana this game, and MSS on the Clockwork. So the Mirana's going to be the 5, the Clockwork's going to be the 4, and they want to have the clock with Mars. That's interesting. Do you know if Spears latch to Cogs or not?
Good question, sir.
Thank you.
Very
Thanks.
good question.
I wish your answers were as good as my questions.
Yeah, I wish I wish I wasn't a pig and I could give you a guaranteed answer. I mean, I want to say it doesn't, but maybe it does. I have no idea, honestly. I actually haven't seen that interaction between a Mars and a Clockwork.
So I'm going to guess no, but that is only a guess. We shall see. I'm sure the geniuses in Twitch chat can help us out with this one. The 10k MMR
or
is
somebody
over there.
can
help us out, guys.
Somebody can go into a practice lobby and try it out. I wish I could do that right now, but I can't disconnect from this game. But Morphling, though, like, this is going to be the key factor in this game, right? He has to have a good early game, because if he falls behind and he can't enter team fights, I think the Zoomers are just going to run over this.
Yeah, but at the same time, if he has a good game, if he gets
stage.
his Ethereal Blade, you know, this Bounty, this Venge, even this Ember, sometimes it's just going to be food for him. Sammy Boy is going to have to do some heavy lifting if that becomes the case. We shall see how it goes down. I mean, a lot of ways this game could go, but only one game it is going to go, and we're going to find it out. This is going to be Quincy Crew versus the 4 Zoomers in 4 Zoomers' final game possibly here if they can't pull out the victory here in the OGA Dota Pick NASA region. It's an exciting one, and you know, I think we might be heading towards a game 3, but I'm not going to call anything yet. Let's see how these lanes go, and let's get into this matchup. I feel like it's some more Puritan, you know. There's a lot of good luck, have fun's coming out for this one. You know, everyone's feeling pretty good and happy about it. You know, this isn't the Spice Bowl with the Envy versus Gunner going on. This one's nice though. This one's everyone's.
It kind of looks
PMA.
one-sided though. I don't see any good luck, have fun's coming from Radiant.
Yeah, true. Quincy Crew, they probably muted them. Let's be real here. 4 Zoomers,
Yeah,
they like the
probably
chat wheels.
muted them.
It's pretty hard to think with this stuff being yelled at you the entire game.
That's for sure. Oh, it looks like Ocean has already committed into the Janata on his support here.
Wants to steal that money, get that cash gold. Meanwhile, up at top, they're trading some hits here and there. Sammy Boy just flexing with the searing arrows. Come at me, guys. Let's see how it goes. SVG has...
I do think...
Sacred Arrow.
I do think that Mr. Ocean here should have went top lane, because you're playing against a Morphling, right? They're just gonna back off it. They see Gunner.
Arrow connects on the Ember Spirit,
no.
but not gonna follow up on that one. They've already backed themselves up. But yeah, if MSS had stayed there, they might have been able to bring down Mr. Gunner. But unfortunately, the clock had already backed himself up, and therefore there will be no kill potential.
Yeah, I only said oh no because Gunner actually lost a lot of HP before he had to go into the mid lane. After he tanked that arrow. So now he had to eat up a tango right away, and he doesn't even have full health. So this small advantage is going to be a big factor in this lane already.
Even SVG trying to land the second arrow before he TPs down bottom to help out Yawar in the middle lane. So let's have a look at these lane matchups then. Down at bottom, we're going to have SVG and Yawar on the Mirana and the Morphling versus Monkeys Forever and Bounty Hunter on their Centaur and on their Bounty Hunter. Who has the advantage in this lane?
I imagine the two range heroes, at least in the early levels here.
Mm-hmm.
But if the Bounty Hunter starts to get some hits onto the Morphling, it's going to be quite annoying for him. I think the Morph should be fine in farming in this lane. Like, there shouldn't be any pressure, really, on him.
No. I mean, Monkeys can just kind of run at him. I guess like the Retaliate makes it kind of hard for the Morphling to... actually, no, Retaliate's damage is physical, so he doesn't really care. He's got Liz Farmer when he's got full Agi, so yeah, won't be worried about the return damage at all. No, it's all good. It's all good in the hood for this bottom lane. This should be a Quincy crew lane through and through. Meanwhile, MSS trying to chase down Husky up here at top and getting him all the way back under the tower. He's a pesky lad at this Clockwork.
Yep. It would have been nice if they had the Venge and the Centaur laning together bottom. Because then you get that terror onto the Morphling and you can...
Super low in the middle lane, Quinn. He's got a torrent if he wants to try it here. Gunnar doesn't have a salve just yet. It's just trying to get his...
he wants a
very far. He's going aggressive onto Quinn here, and I don't think he can do that. He's running pretty low on HP, just trying to run it as low as possible, see if he can get some CS with the Flame Guard by just shoving his face into this lane at mid. But he will be forced back. This is going horribly for the Ember Spirit at mid.
This is terrible. This is terrible. I mean, now he got enough for the bottle, but this next wave, he's going to lose everything on Gunnar, right? And this is all a product of that arrow that landed on him at the bounty room. It's become a really big factor in this game. Yeah. He's been on the back foot the entire time, and Kunkka does not relent. You know, there's no way Kunkka doesn't harass you. Even if he doesn't want to harass you, he's still going to do it with the Tidebringer. You don't have a choice in the matter. Gonna playing a dangerous game in this lane as a torrent comes down, doesn't land though, and this little courier will go the right way to help Gunnar out. He's gonna bottle up here. Quinn only has tangles.
I just out of interest checked out Gunnar's courier, and it's from someone called Michelle, and the tag on it is "Don't die, noob." Very helpful.
Pretty funny.
So far, so good though. Gunnar has survived this middle lane on very low HP, and it's been, grabbing what he can from it. But yeah, right down 11 versus 20. So whilst he is alive, he's not getting much money in this middle lane. Let's have a look down towards bottom right now, as Ocean's been dropping low a couple of times here, but it's doing okay. You're constantly taking Yuar's gold here, taking that cash money.
Oh, top though, Lelis. He's actually going to escape.
He's going to get himself out, though. Yeah, MSS coming to save the day and stopping Sammy Boy from getting the final few hits in.
He gets flashed up. Like, this is the thing about QC, man. They always buy so many healing salves. It's actually insane. So whatever pressure you try to apply to them, they always have a healing salve on the support and just heal up the core. SVG? Oh. I think he's good.
He's running, turns around with the arrow. Gunnar still trying to chase. He's got the sleight of fist in 3 seconds. I think SVG might be a little bit dead.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
he needed that. He needed that bad.
300 gold. That is very nice for him. Yeah.
To look at Quinn, he's already 5.5. Gunnar's like almost 5. So very far ahead in terms of XP. So that kill is gonna help him quite a bit.
He just takes so much damage from the Tidebringer. It's actually insane. Like every time Gunnar comes his lane, he just takes big slaps.
This lane is not that bad for Ember at all. Actually, I think he's gonna free farm. We saw Quinn play this lane, right? He died once, but he came back and just destroyed the Kunkka. But the thing is, he just came to the lane with only 70% of his HP. That's just terrible. Especially when you got 2 players who are so, good at mid and or like evenly matched. I think Quinn is a little bit better in the laning stage. It's just too punishing for Gunnar.
Yeah, it's an incredibly hard situation for him to be in. And he's going to take advantage of every little bonus given to him in this lane, Quinn. Yeah, that's what he does. Just use every little thing he can as leverage. Meanwhile, up at top lane, Boy getting pretty low, but getting salved up by his partner here, so should be absolutely fine. Only 1 kill haven't happened so far. Very different laning phase compared to the last game. And so far, things are quiet, but going pretty well for the side of Quincy.
Oh, top. Lelis.
Sammy trying to finish off Lelis here. The spear going to buy him some space. Meanwhile, Gun does go down in the middle lane as MSS makes the rotation in on the
The level
clockwork.
6.
And Lelis won't die in the top lane either.
That was a really nice rotation from the clock where he knows that the Ember wasn't going to hit level 6. Or Quinn knew that, and he made the call. And now there's a catapult too. This is such a disaster on the mid tower here. They're going to take so much damage, and Ember's going to TP back in. They're going to go for the power runes first.
Yeah, he's not getting that. They split up, and MSS will be able to grab that haste rune. Actually, doesn't save it for the Kunkka, but I'm guessing the Kunkka doesn't have a bottle? No, he does not.
Yeah, he does not.
MSS, I don't know what he's going to do with this one. Maybe make his way down bottom, as you are and SVG are happily farming up together.
Dude, do you see how many denies Monkeys has?
Yeah, he's smashing this lane, actually.
What? I mean, Morphing still has 22 lasses, but that's a lot
right
of
now.
denies.
Dust down onto Ocean. Ocean is pretty tanky, but with the arrow connecting, they will be able to finish the job, and UR will sweep in for the last hit. And Monkey's actually missing the stomp there onto anybody, unable to stop the Morphling and get any kind of retribution. So that's just going to be straight up a dead bounty. Beautiful rotation in from MSS with that haste rune to get himself over there, and then the dust out as well, just to make sure they get that kill.
And look at the skill build too for Monkeys. He's going for the double edge max, not the retaliate as well that you normally see on Centaur. Is this how he's been able to punish the Morphling? Just run at him with a double edge and then he just has to run away?
Every time I've looked down, that's been what he's doing pretty much. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Lelis taking some damage from Husky and Sammy Boy right now, but again, they can't quite finish the job. Mars will get himself under that tower and Lelis will survive.
Pretty cool. And also, I think SVG has left his bottom lane quite a few times, especially when he died in the first blood, so there's a 2v1 situation.
Bottom lane, X marks is out, arrow connects as well, boat comes on down, and that is a dead Centaur. They go hunting.
The Queen plays.
And they get, the prize game. Now MSS and Quinn look for more, I think. Although, to be fair, they don't have 6 on the clock. I feel like you can probably leave MSS mid to get the 6, and then you've just got this like unbeatable roaming combo of Kunkka clock, and they can just murder anybody they want on the map.
Yeah, Quinn is always going to be looking out for that opportunities. That if anybody pushes too far forward on the side of Dire, he's just going to TP on one of the silence, get the kill. This Clinks is somebody that we haven't actually talked much about either this game. He's super farmed. He's going for the medallion first before he goes for the Dominator in this game.
Yeah, same as last game. He seems to value the medallion a lot. Just wants to open up on some extra kill potential, I suppose, or help him farm. Either one. Will do.
Smoke up.
Ocean just chasing
Quinn?
UR constantly, but yeah, they're looking to Sammy Boy here. Smoke gets popped. Sammy Boy, though, I don't think he's going to be able to react to this one. He's picking himself out, but I think he's already dead. In comes the Torrent. There's boat available for Quinn.
Yeah, I guess he can spear him.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And it does turn out you can spear to cogs, as we all knew all along. And that's a really good kill. You know, this is a guy who's been farming up in the top lane pretty freely, trying to bring him back down to UR's level. As Monkeys has just been bullying this Morphling. Meanwhile, Gunner gets a kill onto SVG in the mid lane. Went pretty damn deep for this one, but did still manage to bring down the Mirana. Tier 2 tower here and chasing him all the way back to base as well. I mean, yeah, UR's been like so bullied in this bottom lane by Monkeys and the Bounty. You know, this time Ocean sticks in the bottom lane. He stays with his core, and he just constantly batters in the Morphling, constantly like right-clicking him and stealing his gold and putting pressure on him. It's very, very annoying. For sure. I mean, Yawar is not too far behind. He actually has more net worth than the Centaur does, considering there's 26 denies on the Centaur. Well, he just has to focus on his farm now. He's got the Morbid Mass, he can go straight into the jungle. He doesn't really care much about the bottom tower, or bottom lane at least. He does care about the tower though. I mean, Quinn, holy smokes. This man almost has a Sange. It's just 10 minutes in, dude. Chill out.
It's got 5,000 net worth.
This is my game. A TP in from Gunner though, and that's going to scare Quinn for the time being as they back themselves away. Husky coming on over as well. Now looking to make something happen here as Climbing Boy comes in from behind, looking to blow up SVG. The right clicks come through, but the arena saves SVG again. And now the spear comes down, boat comes crashing onto Sammy Boy, and they will take down that Clinks. Gunner coming on forwards here, gonna look for a target. SVG getting sliced up a little bit. He's gonna keep on going here, Gunner. He wants to try and find this kill, but there's a lot of damage coming out onto him, so drops from Remnant over to the side and running it two different ways. He just casually kills MSS's courier, runs back into the cogs. They're trying to bring down Kunkka here. Ocean and Gunner doing a decent amount of damage. They're trying to bring him down here as they pop the Ghost Walk on the Bounty, trying to finish the job here, and the Shuriken comes through and they will bring him down. Quinn goes down. The big boss is dead. The pirate is no longer, and Full Zoom is happy with this one. I mean, they did lose Sammy Boy, so you know it's not like a huge win, but it's something.
Yeah, I thought that was just going to be Sammy Boy dead and they're going to back off, but Gunner very confident with his plays, just going in there. You know, he's not master tier for nothing, right? On this Ember Spirit, like he sees the lines that others don't.
Yeah, I mean,
made to again the kill on the Kunkka.
You know, my guy, arrow doesn't connect. Torrent will though. Just throwing down the skill shots on poor old Gunner here. But the Tidebringer also not connecting. So he's just gonna wait out the X. Jeez, so much damage from these Tidebringers. I mean, it's insane. Oh, what the? What? He hooked him. That's nonsense. That's nonsense.
Dude, Gunner just...
Dude, what?
Gunner, God. Oh my God, he's gonna get the kill too. He's gonna go in for the kill. Gunner, oh my... Dude, he dodged the X mark. He dodged the hook.
He dodged everything. He dodged the Tidebringer. I mean, Jesus Christ. Husky is going to go down in Retro's punch in the middle lane. Meanwhile, MSS, though, got to pay the price as Sammy Boy pings away on the high ground. Mal, Quinn, and Yawar are in deep onto the Monkeys forever here, but Monkeys has plenty of health to work with, so he is not scared of these two heroes. Dude, how do you get hookshotted and still dodge it? Like, he took the damage from hookshot, I'm fairly sure. What nonsense. What absolute nonsense. Uh-oh. Bounty Hunter, well, he might not be pinned to the wall, but he's still going to die. Letus is going to take him with the God's Rebuke, and that's going to be an easy kill.
Yeah, I think they're okay with that, because if Mars is using the arena onto the Bounty Hunter, then there's a lot of space on the map for Zoomer's cores to be able to push out lanes and jungle freely without worrying about that, at least. It's probably the most scariest spell for them right now, the arena.
Yeah, it's massive.
Radiant's bottom tower
The area denial, you know, this is a team which relies heavily on mobility, the spear as well. It's most heroes in this game will die to that arena.
So they're gonna trade tier 1 for tier 1 here. Arena is not up, so QC definitely cannot just go down here and defend. Morphling is gonna plant himself in this top lane and keep jungling. The only fear Morphling has is a Clinks and the Bounty Hunter who can rotate up there. So he actually needs a ward and a sentry if he wants to plant himself in the top lane. Vessel almost up on the Ember. Oh, is it up? Oh, it's actually up. Wow. Damn. Gunner has done a really good job at coming back into this game after that laning stage.
Yeah, he has. He's back into it. That Spirit Vessel going to mean he can really open up onto the Morphling. Morphling's still a long way off that Manta, so now he's got a nice wide window to start trying to gank this little watery boy and slow down his farm.
So there's going to be a Dominator up on the Clinks too, so that's going to be a power spike. They're going to try to use that to take the mid tower here. I mean, the team who takes the mid tower first, I feel like there's a pattern here. They have like, I don't even know, like a 90% win rate or something. It's actually insane.
I mean, yeah, it's something like that. It's definitely a huge indicator of who's going to be the big winning team in these games.
Radiant are scanning.
Definitely the one who's going to control the map for the next kind of
smoke
10,
up
15 minutes
from the bench. It's a kind of an awkward smoke. Monkey's favorite's gonna get revealed from that smoke. They actually want to go top to this Yawar, but Monkey's getting revealed.
Monkey's completely gave this away. This is kind of bad.
marks the spot.
You are still on the
Okay,
run
maybe
here.
not.
Oh, they might
He's
still
got a
get him.
vessel.
Yeah, they
Arena,
go. They've
though.
got the vessel down. They've got the
Mars is
stun
coming.
as well. Morphling trying to turn into the Ember Spirit and now jump himself away. Now Lelis comes in with this one. The swap comes down into UR, but UR still not dead, and they're going to get the return kill onto Ocean. Now the stun comes down, hook shot as well onto Gunner, controlling him up right now. Meanwhile, UR still jumping around this fight. The burn jumps over, and then Monkeys Forever comes in to finish the job onto UR. They will be able to run him down after all. Pendelusion actually seals the deal here. Meanwhile, Monkeys Forever being chased by MSS and Quinn, and they will finish the job there as Quinn gets the right click. Gunner will leave. They got the Morphling, but they did pay a heavy price for it. 3 heroes dead from that one.
That was a very heavy price, but you know, Morphling being dead as the position 1 hero, he's already not ahead in net worth. He's gonna lose a lot of farming time. Gunner though, he can't afford to die here. That's for sure.
He just remnanted back into this one. I mean, I know you managed to... Oh, that's not the play. That is not the play. All right, he can afford to do it, apparently.
Got out, that's what matters. But he's out of vessel charges, so next time they go to the Morphling, they won't have any charges. They gotta find a kill right now.
Never refuse gold.
Yeah, Bounty Rune picked that from Gunner here with a full bottle now. But yeah, once this arena is down for a very short amount of time, I mean, Les actually sitting in top, and they see he doesn't really have that much mana, so they could definitely look to do something elsewhere on the map. And Quinn's going to be the target. They've got the track out onto him. They're going with the Janada, but unfortunately MSS has shown himself immediately here. Monkey's sitting behind, but doesn't really want to do... Oh, Husky tries to go for the save. He gets pushed up onto the cliff.
Still dead.
Luckily, it's not going to be enough to keep him alive here. So...
Oh no, his illusionist dog. This is so depressing for the Venge. He can't run around.
Dude. Illusion's having a great time. He's like, please
Gunner
cut me
mid,
out.
X marked.
Oh, nice. He's stealing farm. He's actually seeing so much farm. Holy god. As he's taking like 3 creeps from monkeys there. Oh, arena down. Gunner in trouble. There, he's going to get beaten down. They will finish the job. Oh dear. That's a pretty big kill onto Gunner right there.
Okay. Well, he did a lot of cool moves, and then now he's dead.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, I mean, Sammy Boy with the Dominator, I expected more from him once he had this. I expected him to be, you know, playing with his team, applying pressure.
Yeah, he was waiting for the level 12, so that's what he was trying to get, and then he hasn't found an opportunity to actually be aggressive with it quite yet, I guess.
Yeah, I guess
he does have a lot of farm, though.
Yeah, I guess it's because you know, he's playing this Clinks, and it's been recently reworked so that he's a little bit weaker at early levels. So Samboy's just kind of reacting to that and playing, you know, how Gaben wants the hero to be played.
Oh, here it is. Here's a smoke play. Level 12 Clinks. Level 13 now, actually. Death Pact, ready to go. Smoke up. There we go.
He's got 1,050 bonus health from this Death Pact and 135 extra damage. And Dragon Lance on the courier heading towards him right now, but he's still not going with his team, actually. They want to do this without him now. They find SVG. They have got a dust available if they want to be able to bring him down, and they will do so easily. The track comes through, and that's another track kill going the way off the 4 Zoomers right now. Meanwhile, Sammy Boy was busy pushing in this middle tower, confident his team could do what was needed without him, and now they can open up for this big push in on the tier 1. He can take this tower down. It's going to be a big step forward for him, and the right click damage from the Clinks is very, very strong, so it shouldn't take long to get through it. But they've actually found the bounty hunter on the sidelines here. Quinn, Lelis, MSS all opening up onto him, but they're going to go for the Stampede. They want to try and turn this fight. But is there any fight to be turned? The buyback comes out from SVG on the Mirana. They still want to back into this one. Arrow is available, but they're going to hold off for the time being. The tower will fall nonetheless. Sammy Boy gets it, and Quincy crew are left without much here. I mean, this is a buyback on SVG for absolutely nothing.
That is a buyback, and that was such a big kill onto SVG too, because now Ember got vessel charges again. He was actually at 0, so they're very confident to take any team fights from here on out. So this, they take the tower, you know, they take over the bottom area of the map. This is really the power of the Dominator Clinks come into effect now. Like, Sammy Boy feels this is his time, right? He's got like 2.6k health. He's doing 300 damage a hit. He is no longer afraid to be in the middle of the fights.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He is a big boy.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And
attack.
just continually sitting down in this bottom lane. I mean, he realizes how tanky it is. He realizes how it's going to take, like, at least, you know, the Conqueror and the Mars to kill him. So as long as they're on map, he's just going to keep on pushing out this bottom lane, and he knows that there's nothing they can do about him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Really nice from Sammy Boy so far, as they do throw the X marks onto Monkeys.
Got a hood.
Monkeys has a blink though,
good.
jumps himself away. There was
another
no
smoke?
torrent anyways. Yeah, they're looking for this right now. Cyberboy's coming on over as well. Gonna eat up his own creep in a second. Feast on his delicious slave, but meanwhile the arena's come down to the front lines. A lot of Quincy crew heroes caught inside of this. 3 of them being held still. MSF's going to hook shot in. They get through 2 of them, and now it looks like the Sentinel's going to be heading the same way as well. Cyberboy is still turning up to this one. The cleanup crew, how much can it do? He gets disarmed immediately, so not a hell of a lot. Meanwhile, Gunner needs to run away here, but he's got himself
what a spear!
hit up, and now they find him on the only tree in the immediate radius here. Cyberboy needs to leave, but he's X-marked. He's going to be going down as well here, I think. Not much chance of survival as they pop the dust. They pop down the sentry. Sammyboy on the run. He is so damn quick. SPG still trying to chase. His spear comes through, doesn't quite latch. Sammyboy still on the run, and I think he's going to make it out of this one. Wow, what a hero. 4 points of scouted walk. That is going to be a 60% movement speed bonus, and he just flies away. If Laz comes up this cliff, he's dead. Like, he's actually dead.
I mean, if he gets speared, I don't know. Yeah.
No, so I know. Lelis is dead, not Sammyboy.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's got these little skeleton archers here doing their work. MSS being jumped on. A lot of damage coming back onto the bounty hunter though, but here comes Sammyboy. Here comes the damage, and he will take
the X
down
mark.
one. But yeah, they've got Sammyboy controlled up again here. He's going to get dragged in, and this is going to be the opportunity they need to bring down that pesky Clinks. Meanwhile, Monkeys, he's going to get netted up here. I mean, 4 Zoomers have already committed to this fight, and they kind of got to make it work here, but how can they? Gonna just kind of running in, controlling up a bit, but the X marks out onto him along with the arrow and along with the stun from the Morphling, and this will be enough to bring him down. Meanwhile, Monkeys, another arena is up, and well, the swap comes in from Husky here. Take me instead, he says, and Monkeys will run himself away, but my goodness, Quincy crew are fighting hard, and they are fighting well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Damn, this last 2 minutes, it just felt like non-stop action. I haven't even seen them slow down for anything. Morphling is finally in a fighting position, right? Like in the last fights, he wasn't really there. Dude, that arena was absolutely insane up over here.
Yeah.
Catching all 3 heroes walking in through the smoke. I think that was just the worst case scenario for 4 Zoomers. And at this point in the game, Gunner is really far behind in terms of farm. He's only got 7k net worth, 22 minutes, and he's got like 1 vessel. He hasn't been able to snowball from like the time. I think he was like 4-1, and then now he's died 3 times in a row without accomplishing a whole lot.
It just seems like an awkward game plan for 4 Zooms. You know, they need to constantly be getting kills for these heroes to stay farm, because they don't farm quickly enough to outpace a Morphling and a Kunkka. So they need to be getting kills constantly with this bounty hunter, and unfortunately that's just forced them into these really awkward positions where this big teamfight hunter in the mask can really break them down. And now the spear comes down onto the cogs. Husky swaps himself, trying to get Gunner out of here, and will be successful in doing so. The save comes in, and the Venge and her illusion will be brought down. Well, at least Gunner survived, but still another bad trade for the Zoomers. And now Roshan, Gunner is, Ywa is in here, as is Quinn. They want to take this down. I mean, Zoomers have to fight, but there's an arena coming down here. They've actually got the bounty hunter on the sidelines, and that's a big kill. Getting rid of that track gets rid of their vision inside the pit. And, well, Quinn, he's hungry. He wants the X. He's going to land it onto Gunner once again here. Gunner needs to pop the side of fist, but unfortunately with the chains out, can't do it. Spear comes down as well. Husky is down on low ground, but doesn't actually have the nether swap. It's on cooldown. Meanwhile, Gunner, well, can they get him out here? Oh, arrow nearly connects. Jesus,
almost.
SPG nearly Legolasses it. Meanwhile, Quinn, he's going to get the X marks. I mean, Gunner most certainly is going to go down this time around, and Mars will put an end to him. Meanwhile, the stun comes out onto SPG from Monkeys. I don't know why they're turning up to this fight. It's over. Zoomers. There's no fight to be had here. But the Clinks is coming on over. He wants to try and maybe poke down SPG, but it just feels so risky for him to be in the neighborhood. Desolator is finished from him, but what can he really... Okay, maybe he can kill SPG. Yeah, there you go. There's an easy track kill for him. Ocean will get traded, though. Hookshot actually misses Monkeys forever. The Cyborg's still looking. I don't know how much of a good idea this is, but he's still looking. X marks us out onto Forever once again, and Cyborg coming in from behind, trying to blow up Ywa. Nearly does it as well. Lelis as well, taking a ton of damage. This man's going 1 versus 5 right now. and does back himself away. And actually, the sleight of fist from Gunner actually finishes off Lelis. They've got themselves two, and they find themselves more. MSS is going to be the target, but unfortunately, the Clanks gets blocked off by the Cogs, but he's going to go the other way around, and now the target's going to be MSS, and the damage is there from Sammy Boy. They find another, and now they look towards Quinn as well. Quinn a little bit more tanky this. They'll turn their attention towards Yawar, but both these heroes are a little bit too tough to bring down, but they're still going for it. They are not done inside of 4 Zoomers. The chains connect onto Yawar. He pops a Manta, but now the Spirit Vessel gets to connect. Sammy Boy still thinking about it. Quinn is not going to go up those steps, and that is going to put an end to this engagement up in the top side of the map. So they actually managed to scrounge hard enough that the 4 Zoomers found something from that. It wasn't great, but it stops Roshan going down, which is pretty great, to be honest with you. Now Sammy Boy's going to be able to grab themselves a bounty rune. Meanwhile, at bottom, in comes Monkeys Forever. He's able to grab both of those. So it's 4 bounty runes going the way of the Zoomers. That's something they desperately needed right now. If they can protect this Roshan area, this game will not be over anytime soon.
Yeah, they finally have Clinks playing in the team fights with the Ember Spirit, and you can see good things will happen. Every single fight in this game, 4 Zoomers have always started the engagement 3 versus 4, or 2 versus 3. It just feels like they're constantly outnumbered. Sandboy is always the last one into the fight. I just want to see an engagement where they can start with just 5 heroes. Maybe him not getting spirited up in an arena, that would be nice. Like he can come right after the arena breaks loose, but feels like he's just not there when QC start the engagement.
Yeah, I really agree, and I feel like Sammy Boy is kind of playing this Clinks kind of how very, very similarly to how the Morphling is playing, like not really turning up to the early fights, turning up late to the mid-game fights, always just trying to be split pushing and finding kills. Meanwhile, the Centaur's actually going to get hook-shotted up right now, trying to make his way out, but the arrow's going to connect along with the spear. A ton of disables being thrown onto Monkeys right now as the fish. Oh my god, so many spells just thrown his way. Torrent, spear, arrow, cogs, battery assault, the boat comes down. Waveform as well. Now, I'm not afraid to overcommit to this guy. I know how important he is to the team fight, but he does now have a buyback. Just about scrounging us gold for it. And they could take this fight. I mean, I feel like they actually need to take this fight, moreover. You can't let this Roshan go for nothing. Gonna start throwing in some sleight of fist. He is going to get used, though. He might need to be helped here. The arrow's going to connect. The swap comes out from Husky, keeping him alive, but Husky's going to might drop himself. Oh, comes up to the high ground and brings them both down with the sleight of fist. So much damage out from UR right now. Jesus Christ. And again, where is the Clank? He's pushing in mid. Les is actually fighting him here. He's got the arena. He's going to drop it. No hesitation at all. I mean, he's got a lot of health from the Clanks. Does it really matter, though? I don't think it does. They're going to rip through more the same. Meanwhile, immediately MSS looking for the +1, and that player is going to be the bounty hunter here. He's trying to play around this one, but unfortunately, he gets X marks and thrown back into the fight, and he's going to get killed off as well. And that's going to be 4 heroes down the side of Zoomers, just feeding them away. They have lost focus in this game, I feel, Deep, and they're just not really playing like a unit anymore.
They really aren't. I think Gunner is just too far behind in this game. Having 9,000 net worth at 27 minutes is just like a Vessel Yules. He doesn't even feel like a core anymore. And the Clink still needs a BKB before he can enter the team fight. I think that's the reason why he's not joining up in the fights, is because the Mars and the Kunkka is just too much for him to deal with. Even if there's a bench swap, like bench can't swap everybody, right? Someone's going to get jumped, he's going to swap him, and then the Mars is going to come out when he sees the Clinks, arena up, arrow, spear him, and then what? Clinks is just going to die too. So maybe he needed to find a BKB in this build much earlier. Maybe the Dragon Lance or something is not a necessary item in this build up. If he has a BKB, I do feel like he can take the engagements, especially since he has like, what, over 3,000 HP?
Yeah, it's actually insane he hasn't gone for a BKB yet this game, but I can see why he went for the Dragon Lance, though. When you're playing with Venge, just stacking the attack range feels pretty good. But, yeah, was it necessary? Probably not. Could he have gone for a BKB first? Probably. But Orb of Destruction's very nice. Stacking on his anti-armor, that's definitely something which is pretty good.
Yawar is totally back in this game. He's got the Aegis, he's going to be unkillable for a while now.
Yeah, there's not much that can bring him down. Let's be real. Meanwhile, the arena comes down in the middle lane onto Gunner, and he's dead again. Just constantly chain dying Gunner for the past... No, actually for the whole damn game, to be honest. Stun and blink away from the Centaur gets him out to safety for the time being, although you are still looking for him, and he's actually going to bring down Husky instead. And you are still done. He's going up the high ground right now. He doesn't care about towers. He doesn't care about anything. Like, he's actually popping the Stampede for not really much reason. Meanwhile, Sammy Boy just trying to push out this bottom lane. But You are getting the middle tier 2 tower. Quinn actually gets the last hit on it, but all the same, it's fallen down to the efforts of Quincy crew. This game's gotten really awkward. For Zoomers, they are struggling to find their way back into this. How much is this a Clinks thing, and how much is this just like a kind of hero lineup thing?
Radiant are scanning.
I feel like this is a bounty hunter thing, because he's forcing his team to constantly fight to utilize the track, but then it doesn't feel like that's what the Clinks wants to do either in this game. Or maybe if you pick bounty, the Clinks is just not the perfect pairing.
I mean, I think what keeps happening is Lelis keeps happening. Like, he keeps jumping in, getting the solo kills. I mean, to be honest, they have so many heroes. Okay, that's a missed arena. And it's only for Husky anyway. I mean, they're still going to get this kill. He actually goes for the swap, but doesn't quite work out for him, unfortunately. You are going in deep on the backlines here, trying to find a kill onto Gunnar all by him lonesome here. The Fish are going to help out. He's actually going to get him. Sorry, the Torrent actually brings him down, and Husky buys back and immediately dies. It's 3 heroes dead. The middle rack's looking very tempting for Quincy crew right now. You are start smacking away a bit. Middle racks start to crumble. Dude, are they going to win?
Yep, they are. They can't buy that.
And they can't do anything about it, and that's the game. GG is cool. Husky calls it. There's nothing left. I mean, this was a game of pickoffs for Quincy crew, which isn't what we expected. You have a Bounty, an Ember, and a Clinks on one team, yet it was Quincy crew which were constantly finding kills. I mean, 37-13 was the scoreline. This Clockwork, the Morana, the X marks with the spear, with the I mean, so many spells on Quincy crew, just allowing them to get kills anywhere they wanted on the map. For Zoomers, I feel like they never took a 5-on-5 fight in like the last kind of 10 minutes of the game, because they never had 5 heroes alive. Like, there was always somebody in the grave. There was always someone getting caught out by one of these spells. And they just kept getting further and further ahead on the side of Quincy crew until there was nothing left